What's up, designers? Today we're going to talk about Revit keyboard shortcuts. I'm going to show you how to create new shortcuts in Revit or export them out into Excel, edit them all, export them back to XML, and bring them back into Revit. Then I'm also going to show you a bunch of keyboard shortcuts that I've created that don't come out of the box with Revit. The ribbon is kind of foreign to me at this point because I use keyboard shortcuts so much. The importance of keyboard shortcuts is it just helps you become just faster at your profession in general when you're working in all programs, really. Keyboard shortcuts, you should just learn them. Just use your brain, work that memory, and develop a good habit of using your keyboard shortcuts. So let's jump right into it. So I have Revit 2027 here, and I just have a clean project. So there's two ways to get to keyboard shortcuts. You can do the long way, which I'm not even going to show you because I want you to use keyboard shortcuts. That's what they're for. Click into the canvas and type KS. Get to the keyboard shortcuts. And we're going to export these. But first, I'll show you how to just create a new one. One that I think should exist and doesn't currently is detail components. So we'll search for detail. Right here is detail component. And I have that as BC. So D, and it's going to get this warning because it's already set up for check duct. My firm doesn't use the analysis for ducts, so I actually delete that one. So if I want to go find that, do check duct, there it is. You can click on it and remove it. But I'm going to cancel all those. Go back to keyboard shortcuts, and now we'll export. So it's going to export to XML. I have a place where I keep all of the out-of-the-box ones because I go through and check to see if there's any new ones that have been created by Autodesk and if they conflict with the ones that I've created. I have one already saved here, R27. I'll just save it again. All right, and now we're going to open that in Excel. While you're waiting for me, what is your favorite keyboard shortcut? Put it in the comments. All right. When you open an XML, this will pop up and you'll click OK. This is what it'll look like. So you've got your command name, command ID, your shortcut, and the path where it lives on the ribbon in Revit. So this is where you'll start editing the shortcuts to be how you want them to be for your firm. I, in 2022, did a real deep dive, and I created over 200 commands that don't exist out of the box. I keep a lot of the default ones as much as I can, but I also add mine as secondary keyboard shortcuts. If you find yourself in a situation where you're repetitively using a command, you got to think, I should probably have a keyboard shortcut for this. Another thing to think about is you want to have all your keyboard shortcuts easy to type with one hand. Not all of them are going to be that way because you're going to run out of letters. And sometimes just all the letters on one side of the keyboard or the other just don't make sense for a keyboard shortcut. You want them to be easy to remember, to have like a mnemonic device that you can use. Like railing, I have it set as RL. And those are kind of far apart, but what else are you going to put for railing? I mean, that makes sense. All of the snap commands, they take up the S's. The next thing that looks the most like an S is the number 5. So 5T is stairs. When you edit this, you don't want to do anything with this column. Well, any of these 3 columns. The only one you really want to touch is shortcuts. I'll show you a couple of quick and easy ones that you should put into your company's keyboard shortcuts, or at least in your own. So we'll go here to command and just unselect everything. We're going to search for cancel. So look how many cancel commands there are. Those should all be one keyboard shortcut. Don't you agree? For my company, I have them as a tick mark and then 1. Just going to copy these all down. When you have 2 shortcuts, you have to add a hashtag between. So hashtag, and then I'll do that tick and 1. That allows you to have 2 shortcuts for 1 command. I'll just add to these. That's the cancel. The other one that is a go-to that you should do is finish. These 2 commands, cancel and finish. The cancel, the red X, or the finish, the green check. So, like I said before, cancel is that tick 1. For finish, my mnemonic device is GG. GG also stands for good game. And when you're done with a game, you say GG, good game. So that's how you'll remember that one. You won't have to go up there and click the green check anymore. You can just hit GG. I'm not going to make you watch me put that in there. We're going to put my keyboard shortcuts back in. But after you're done editing, and you can edit 1,800 commands that you could possibly add a keyboard shortcut. Some of them, they're just not going to work. And that's just a trial and error thing. But now, to get this back into Revit, it needs to be an XML file. And to do that, you need to turn on the developer tab in Excel. So to do that, in your ribbon in Excel, right click, go to customize the ribbon. You'll see developer here. That checkbox, click OK. Go up here, have your XML panel, click export, and export it. We're going to bring those keyboard shortcuts in. So KS, import. Let's go. My company is BAA. Check my LinkedIn. You can see what we do. So I'm going to overwrite the existing shortcuts completely. If there are people in your firm who are already very good with shortcuts, don't make them change. I mean, if they know what they're doing and they're good at it with their shortcuts, that's a win already because they're using keyboard shortcuts. But if you want to be very rigid at your firm so that everybody has the same, that's kind of what we do. There are some people that do have their own, and like I said, just let them roll with that because at least they're using keyboard shortcuts. So I imported them back in. Now I'll show you, I made a document that goes on our Teams channel for our company that allows people to see all of the shortcuts in kind of a more organized format. So I have them organized by category. Most important to know, the snaps, view creation. Also good to know, leaders in alignment, which are all custom ones. Architecture and structure, or architectural stuff, MEP stuff, view control, family and in-place model, text, add-ins. So I have a couple shortcuts for the add-ins that we own. View cube, project management, miscellaneous, Apo solid, and then rebar. All right, now I'll go through some of the ones that I've created. Detail line, you know, DL, those two are really far apart. So I just made it XX. Now let's say I wanted to draw a circle. CI. Now I can do shortcuts for these. CI, circle. You don't have to go up there and click it. Let's say I want to pick lines. EL I think is taken already. So LP, pick lines. Now I can just pick these grids. Here's one that you should probably have. Crop region, CR. Instead of coming over here and crop region visible, you don't have to do that. Just CR. I can change the region. Let's put in like a column. CL. Can't see it here because of the way that I put it in. But I want to go fix that. So I want to go to a 3D view. What's 3D? It's the letters 3 and D. I can edit this. Back here, there's my column. Let's put in a foundation slab. That's FS. I had to remove fabrication settings as that command to allow it to be foundation slab. All right, so I can't see that foundation slab right now. So how do I make that visible? VR, view range. I'm gonna make it unlimited. There's my foundation slab. Section, there should be a command for this and there's not. And can't use S because that's with the snaps. So I go to the next letter and it's an E. And then I look at the keyboard, I'm like, what's close to E? E3. E and 3, they're like opposites of each other. I don't know if that's gonna help you remember. Hopefully it does, but that's a section for me. So I could create a dimension here. Let's say I wanted to edit the witness lines. So click on the dimension, EW. I want this column to be perfectly centered on this foundation slab. So I want to do a move, and move it for me is MM. I went and changed here from a picked axis from MM to MI so that move could be MM. Now I want to move it so it's at the center point of both of these. So I'm going to click here and then a snap between 2 points. So that's S2. Click here, there, now perfectly centered. Let's say I want to do a call out around that. Call out should be CA, shouldn't it? Don't you agree? I want to do a view reference, EF. Now I can say C sheet, whatever, for this column. Let's create a drafting view. EN. And let's just put some circles in here real quick. And now I want to put another circle, but I want to put it right on the center of that circle. SC, snap to center. Let's snap to a quadrant. It's Q. And then let's snap to the tangent of this other circle. ST, that. That's some of the snaps. Let's say we group this. GP. I'm just gonna leave it as group 1. Now I want to place that group again. I could totally just come here, hold down Control, drag it over. There, I got a copy. Well, let's say I'm in a different drafting view and I want to get this group again. You know what? Let's actually duplicate this drafting view with a keyboard shortcut. D2. Now I got same drafting view. Copy of it. But let's say that this group doesn't exist here yet. And instead of coming here, copy, paste, I can do EG find my group. There, I got it. I have one for like a new sheet, NS. Now on the sheet, I want to bring one of these drafting views. I'm on the sheet, VW for view. And I'll just bring this one on. Let's go back to the structural plan. Let's actually put a, oh, there is a view template on here. So there's certain things that I'm not going to be able to do with the view template on. Like if I go to VV, see everything is grayed out because there's a view template. And let's say I wanted to see something else that actually exists that is turned off currently. So I would do a temporary view properties, TP. Now I can do VV and I can turn on certain things and they would show up. Then after I'm done, since that's just temporary, not going to mess up my view template, I just do TP again and it goes right back to the view template the way that it was. Let's say I need to create a new revision. Instead of going up here, going to annotate, actually it's not in annotate, it's in view, and trying to find the revisions, I just type VZ for revision, like vision, VZ. Now I can create a new revision, click OK. I want to do a revision cloud, RV for revision. Do the cloud, GG to finish it, and then I need to tag that cloud, TG. I'm tagging the cloud. Done. Let's say for this circle, I want to do a diameter dimension, DX. DX because diameter, and it, look at the X. That's how I remember it. But now I changed my mind. I just want to do a radius. I want to know half the diameter. Well, I'm not going to do DR because that's door. So DZ. And you can make it whatever you want, but that's just how I remember it. Figured like radius is like the little brother of diameter. So at least have the D and Z, because they're really close together on the keyboard. We could get into some of the text stuff. Now I want to have leaders, so I could do L close bracket, which means to the right, L open bracket, which means to the left. And you can do multiples, so you just do L open, L open. Now I want to get rid of some, so L minus. Or I want this to be centered, L, I believe it's backslash. I get my back and forward slash mixed up. There, centered. L period brings it back to the left. I don't have one for right just because we don't use it, but you could create one. I have so many. Just so many little things that just make your life so much easier. You're not spending time up here in the ribbon looking for things. You gotta think about it from the standpoint of not only speed, but efficiency and how it makes you look to your clients. If you are doing a presentation and you're up here looking for detail line, I'm sorry, but you're wasting your client's time. And their time is important. So try to be faster. Try to learn these keyboard shortcuts. I know you can do it. I will share my keyboard shortcuts. I don't want to make this video too long, but I will share those. I'll probably put them in my GitHub. You'll see the link below. If you have any questions or if you have a keyboard shortcut that you love, please tell me about it. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks. Bye.